Hey everyone. So, I am back officially recording. It was bad bouts of COVID and RSV, holidays, birthday. So I just took a general break and I'm back. My house, the finale of A House of Dragon. I think I'm gonna wait to kind of go over the last episode, my thoughts on it, and kind of my final rankings of that show closer to season 2. Um, and then work on some new shows now. So I'm going to first start with this teaser trailer, something small, short. I love Doctor Who. I will be doing Doctor Who next year. I'm really excited for the new Doctor. I'm excited for David Tennant to be back. I'm very interested to see, how they're going to explain that. I know logistically it was more so they wanted to have something out next year, and the actor that's going to be playing the new Doctor wasn't available until later on. So that's the reason why they changed that. So I'm really excited for Doctor Who to be back. Like I said, I have to say I love Jodie Whittaker as the Doctor. Wasn't a big fan of the storylines. Not for any, woke thing. But I think sometimes with all the writers, especially showrunners of Doctor Who, they have really great concepts. They start off very strong. I had the same feeling at the end of 11's run with Stephen Moffat. I had it at the end of 10's run with Russell T Davies. I'm excited for him to come back. I think sometimes people need a refresher to move out of that space and then kind of come back later, which I think, as I said, the showrunner for the Whittaker's run, he has written a couple great stories for 13th Doctor, Peter Capaldi. So I was very surprised how, a lot of people didn't like him. But I feel like everybody has that moment. I think a lot of people love Moffat's stories when he was just a writer. But then when he became showrunner, he struggled. He had started having struggles. He had struggles a lot with the end of the 11th Doctor. Oh goodness, I'm getting the numbers wrong. With the 11th Doctor. But then luckily we had Peter Capaldi come back. He had some great stories, and then it kind of started dying off again with him. So then he left. We get, Chris Chinabal, who I think he had a very strong start, but then kind of, keeping it all together, pressure from the fans, which I think, fans are good and bad, because your loudest friend, if you're listening to your loudest fans, does not mean they're the majority of fans. But I greatly enjoyed his first half of his run. Second half I thought was pretty on the weaker end. So I think, they're bringing back a lot of the old writers. I hope they even bring back Chris once he kind of gets some downtime from Doctor Who. Because I say he's written some very interesting stories for the show. And I think he has a special twist of very good, what would you call them? Not overarching stories, but these very, one episode show, where is an enclosed story, has no connection really to the overall arching plot. And sometimes, like I said, the stressful thing I think Moffat's runs, is that he loved these overarching stories, but the problem is it got so overarching and so big that you're just like, because it was almost like every season it was like that. So I think everybody has their ups and downs with writing, and I think with any job you kind of have to move around. I hope he comes back. I said we have Russell T Davies coming back. I think Moffat's coming to write a couple episodes. They're coming back with David Tennant, which I think is more so a twofold scheduling conflicts, and it's a great marketing scheme for BBC, to kind of get people reinvested, as he is, I believe, the most famous Doctor of this new generation. To kind of, get people excited again. And like I say, it's not him, and he is being named as a doctor. He's not being named as, you know, his old incarnation, or even one of his various forms of his old incarnation. This is a actual regenerated doctor. So I said, this is a short clip. We'll look at it, maybe review it again, and we'll go from there.
Sometimes I think there's something missing. Like I had something lovely, and it's gone.
I don't know who I am anymore.
The show is just beginning. Worldwide premiere.
Who are they?
Monsters. I don't believe in destiny, but if destiny exists, then it is heading for Donna Noble. Open fire! If she ever remembers me, she will die.
Jimmy, man! He's not there. You can't see him.
Howdy! Someone tell me what the hell is going on here?
At 2023. So this is, so if I remember correctly, this is the Christmas special of 2023. And in 2024, we'll get the next Doctor. So David Tennant will regenerate, I guess, at the end of whatever stint. I don't even know if it's just a Christmas stint or it's multiple episodes. I need to read that again. So hold on, let's kind of go through. I said, of course, it's a Christmas episode. This is the girl whose name Rose, I believe. I'm guessing she must be maybe, I'm trying to think of how she would be connected to the story. Unless maybe she's a neighbor, or maybe I don't think, she would be too old to be Donna's kid, right? How many years has it been? Tenet ended, unless she's playing a teenager, but she looks very old, mature in her face, so it just depends on what age they give her. She could be, if she's a teenager, she could be Donna's kid. I don't know. She's really beautiful. Weird pod, I guess that's where the little creature things are coming from. This is reminds me very much like the little fat babies, like, you know, how it came into Earth, kind of was going around. So kind of very reminiscent of the Tennant's run. And Donna. Who's that? I have no idea. Unless that's just Tennant walking. Oh no, that's Tennant's running. Okay. I just didn't catch it at the right time. So she must get her memory back, which is, thank goodness. Donna was probably, we have to do a companion ranking. I think Donna is literally one of my most favorite because she was kind of out of the norm. Like I said, her and Graham, I love these out of the norm. Like, I understand there's a certain market that they have to do where it's like, you know, this guy, young girl, they have somewhat of chemistry together, but these two, Catherine Tate and David Tennant, had a chemistry that was not romantic, not sexually driven, and it just worked. And they were just amazing, especially after spending a whole 2 heavy seasons with Rose, then a whole sad, kind of pathetic season with Martha pining after the doctor, and then just had this refresh of this woman like, you are too skinny for me, blah 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 blah. Which is, this is kind of sad though, because she's going to remember him and he probably is going to regenerate at the end of the story. So, and like I said, this thing is a very self-contained story because like I said, she's not a companion. She's not listed as a companion. The girl Rose, whoever she is, she's not the companion. It's a whole nother girl, Ruby Sunday. So this must be very self-contained, which is almost sad for her too, because again, very like you know, she realized she knows there was something special about her. She loses that. She probably gains it back and gains the most, you know, probably one of the most special people. I still think, you know, her granddad, mom in a weird way, her husband, if she does have kids. The doctor is like, you know, a very close person to her. And then he'll move on again. So I'm glad that I think they're going to finally give her you know, her memory again. I see her mom. I'm trying to get, yep, her mom's there. It's like, it looks like Facebook over here in the corner. And of course, you know, I think the actor who played her granddad has passed, I think recently, last couple of years. So it's going to be very, I hope they, like I said, at least they do remember us. Because I said he was also a very great, I would even call him a pseudo companion, not like a mini companion, like a little baby companion, not a lesser than Mickey, but more than like that one guy, Adam something from like the first season. He's more important than that guy. Of course, like some fires and papers. You have Neil Patrick Harris. And like I said, very interesting. Because it looks like you got this, you have these little creatures, and then you have the Neil Patrick Harris piece of it. Okay, if it's the 60th anniversary specials, I wonder if there's an episode about the little fur people, and then there's another episode about Neil Patrick Harris character. Or maybe he's in charge of the little fur aliens, I guess. I don't know. And then you got this thing. Some fire. What's that? Is that a unit truck? That's just regular SWAT. Okay, little kid. That's it. She's like, I said, I don't know if she's connected to the Noble family, but she must be like, or unless they're kind of like sneak us. They introduced Ruby Sunday, but she's also going to be a companion at the end of these specials, and that's why they don't want to like ruin the story for us, because they made a really big thing about her being added to the cast, even more so than like any other, like the returning of Catherine Tate and the returning of her mother. So I would figure they would make her I thought she was going to be a regular. I don't know. I said they must figure out. They were going to figure. Wait, is that? Okay, hold on.
You can't see him. Man, he's not there. You can't see him. Isn't he, man?
Oh yeah, she's most definitely in her house. So okay, she must be family or something. And of course, my guy.
Hell is going on here?
I wonder where that is. Because he has a whole different outfit. Is that even pieces of Tennant's outfit? Let me get a picture of Tennant's. I don't think that's even. Well, I mean, now I guess clothes regenerate, which is interesting. But trying to see. Wait, is that? Or that Donna's mom? That might be Donna's mom. Okay, Donna's mom. That must be Donna's husband. That must be their child then. She must be a teenager, early 20s. But has it been 20 years since he left Donna? Unless that's like his kid before he met Donna. Could be. Yeah, that's Tennant's outfit. So he might have just regenerated at the end.
The hell is going on here?
He just regenerated. Or he's in like a spatial doctor world talking to Tennant's docket, but I think he just generated at the end of the wherever these specials are to do this. So that's exciting. So, yeah. Okay. Well, that was that. As you can see behind me, which I realize, the next big thing I'm really getting ready for is to go over Alice in Borderland. I just finished it. So, that's what I'm up to next. But I wanted to do this real quick off the cusp. Hence why I have it set up for Alice in Borderland. But I'm talking about Doctor Who. So, it is what it is sometimes. But yeah. Are you guys excited for Doctor Who? I hope so. And I guess, my Doctor Who people, you be around next year to watch. Alright, see ya.
Van Beats.